a suspect, so am I. So let's move on.
Well, let's not move on. Maybe you are a suspect.
Well, if I'm a suspect, you're a suspect.
You have a point. Okay, let's move on.
Hey, I'm David Arquette, Dewey from the Scream movies. And you're not scared, are you? You're listening to the Death Curse Society.
Who do you think's the killer?
Rock and roll!
Just in the middle of a dream, I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, 'cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. I don't have to run late. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Here we are, folks. We're back, and it's the year 2024. It's another Monday Maniacs with Death Curse Society. I'm Red Crank. I got the Colonel and Zigzag. What is up, boys?
Are we live?
We are live. I know it feels weird, doesn't it?
It's 1 week off, and it just throws the whole fucking thing off, man.
It was 1 week off, and it was fucking wonderful.
Really? You enjoyed not doing the show last week?
Well, yeah, kind of, yeah.
It was really odd for me. I mean, when it got to be 7 o'clock, I was kind of like, fuck, you know,
what do I do now?
Yeah, we're supposed to be getting ready here, and we just ended up sitting around and not doing anything, you know. But I don't know, Christmas, the whole thing. It's we're past it. I do want to say real quick, it was kind of a downer a little bit on my end this year, because I did lose one of the pillars of my inner circle, my family circle. One of our guys here, BK, his father passed away, my uncle, and it Christmas Eve morning, so it was a relief that he went, because he was doing pretty bad, but it still just sucks, man. It just sucks losing someone this close, someone this into the rap, you know what I mean? So rest in peace, Uncle George. We love you. We miss you. And thanks for everything. We'll try to do our best like you did.
Right. Yep. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers to BK and his family, and of course to Ziggy as well. So yeah. Thanks for starting us out on a downer.
I just wanted to get it out of the way, because we are going to have some fun tonight, you know, before I start getting pissed off at this motherfucking football game we're trying to watch here.
Yes. Apologies to the audience out there. Ziggy is invested in the college football semifinal.
And didn't he talk shit about me a few weeks ago for not being a professional watching the Bengals game?
A little bit, yeah.
But what did we say before I went on? He's like, I do have it on tonight. You were like, I wouldn't expect you to do anything less than a colonel tonight.
Totally expected.
All your games fell like on primetime Mondays. It was weird, man. I was like,
what bullshit.
The fuck is going on?
I fucking hate primetime, man. Sundays at 1 o'clock. That's what I want to play. God
I'll
damn
be
it.
honest. I have it on too. So
I have it on too, but I can't see. So now I'm just going to watch Zag's face to kind of get a reading. I saw this, and then I had to jump on. I'm like, okay, so they missed the field goal, and you load it right back in.
And some class, and it's not much is happening. It's, you know, if you're watching, I'm sure we'll get a few more people in here once this thing wraps up too. So
yeah, I was going to. Well, you'll see what I do.
Well, just that the Lions fucking want to get into that bullshit, how they got fucking completely robbed, but at least the whole nation, the whole world acknowledges the fact that this fucking guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, this ref. And good for him to be taken out of playoff officiating. No bonus money for you, Jocko. See you later.
Right. Bizarre, isn't it?
It's sports. It's so stupid. Why do we care? But here we are.
Why do we care?
We're rooting for a shirt. You know what I mean?
A hat.
And a hat.
You got to get that championship hat.
I know those championship hats are tacky. I don't like those. I'll do my cosplay every Sunday and be done with it.
I do have a fair amount of Stanley Cup championship hats, though. I mean, if somehow, somewhere, the Lions end up with a hat that says Super Bowl champion on it, motherfucker's going to have one and probably one in the bin. So
he's going to buy like 23 like he did the Stanley Cup ones. Like,
no, the Stanley Cup ones,
them like they're Beanie Babies. These are going to go up in price one day. Now he's got a bin full Stanley Red Wings Stanley Cup championship hats.
One fucking store had the hat, the locker room hat, right? Yeah, I had to drive to 12 Oaks, which is about a half hour from me. As I go there first thing in the morning, as they're opening this one store, he had to go by all the other sporting goods stores and everything, the Foot Lockers and everything. We walk in there. Yeah, they got 2 racks of hats there. And here's this middle-aged woman walks up and snatches both stacks. Like there's 20 hats in each stack. And I was just like, oh no, we can't have this. This will not abide by the dude. So what does Zag do? He grabs 4 of them right off the stack in her arms that she had claimed already, which she was going to sell for $50 in her fucking little bodega wherever she was going with them. So I'm just saying, these hats are cool, but yes, I mean that's the story of the how to get them and the bullshit that ensues.
Are we done?
Yes.
Can we move on now?
We can.
Okay.
So, Colonel, how's your week? No, I'm too late now. It's already been 10 minutes of Ziggy. So,
I got all my dick.
You got all your dick. What?
My shit, dick, whatever. Shit, dick.
No, Colonel, how was your week?
no, well, again,
Better.
It was better than Zags. Again, sorry for BK's loss. I told him that's terrible. I do have some good news. Everything came back the way we wanted over here. So we are moving on to the next stage, and it's all been positive. So
nice. Very good. Good to hear that. So I've been trying to follow along as much as I can on the social media chat channels and all. So definitely good news. That those member shirts came out at just the right time, I guess.
Wow.
Perfect timing. All right. Well, gang, tonight we are going to be wrapping up 2023 and talking about our favorites from last year, our top 10 favorite movies, and then our top 3 TV shows and our top 3 conventions that we were able to attend. So if you've got some list, I see James is in there. I definitely expect him to have a very interesting list, probably some
8 to 9
we need to watch.
Yep, 8 to 9 of the films we've never heard of.
I'm going to get a list from James' list like I do every time.
Yep.
I fucking love it. So.
Yep, exactly. There's BK right there. BK, we were just talking about you and sending our condolences to you and your family and everything. So hope you're doing well and you find some comfort over 2024, sir. So.
Well, shit, man. I tell you what, we did bounce to an Italian restaurant right up the road there. They had all set up the luncheon afterwards, and it was fantastic. It's some glorious pizza. I mean, they did them all there. The Detroit style, the Neapolitan, the traditional classic, hand tossed. But yeah, upwards and onwards.
There we go. Tyrone even says it. The bald is beautiful shirts rule. Yes. Thanks, man. I'm glad. Whoop. Oh, I'll show that one too. Why not? And Gina says 2 of the wreaths are done. Getting super excited. I've seen them. They are beautiful.
And those things are getting sick.
The folks at Bell's Fancy Creations are getting some prizes ready for our next trip to Atlanta for Curse Your Luck. And thank you guys for that, of course. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm so ready to hit the road. But we got business to take care of tonight. We got stuff to talk about here.
It's true.
And I couldn't tell what Ziggy was looking at there.
I was checking the private button there.
Oh, okay.
A couple of indicators pop.
Yeah. All right.
No. If I'm looking this way, that is the TV.
Okay,
This
same
way-
here.
Yeah.
My TV's in the same direction.
It's only 3 minutes to go, man.
I
Something
know.
just happened. It doesn't look good, so
I'm
good.
Something.
I'm good.
Something. But
it's fine. It's fine.
before we get started and get into our list, let's thank our members. Of course, our final girls and guys, Chris, Lorena, and Tyrone, our Crazy Ralphs, Rick and Raymond, and our camp counselors, 42nd Street Pete, Corey, Luke, Michigan Dave, S. Michael, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Patricia, and JJ. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. God damn it. Thank you.
That's right. And one final thanks, of course, to our associate producer and where'd it go? Get up there. Our associate producer, C. Faze. Let's bring him in. Faze!
Hey.
Happy New Year, sir.
Yeah, Happy New Year. How you guys doing?
Good. Good to see you. You staying warm up there?
As much as I can. I mean, the weather has been staying warm.
Right.
You know, there's barely any snow for this Christmas. It's weird.
It has been seasonably warmer than usual.
Yeah, it was 50, 55 the whole holiday weekend.
Yeah, see, it was like 50 to 60 here, but rainy. Like it was rainy as fuck.
Huh.
It rained a bit here too. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
In the sky.
Faze, do you have any theories as to why it would be that way this time of year? Why it's so seasonably warm or unseasonably warm?
I mean, I don't
All right, that's cool.
What?
We got to move on. We got a lot to talk about today.
And he kept stealing my kills. Fuck him. He can sound aside.
We did get to play a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre over the break, and that was nice. Colonel got to play. Uh-oh. Don't like that reaction, but whatever. You all right over there?
First and goal.
Yeah, and Lorena says, nice setup there, Faze. He did redesign the set. We should have shown that off a little bit. We'll
get
do
him
that at the end of the
Give it
show.
at the end of the show.
We'll point
We'll
it
do it
out.
at the end of
We'll
the
give
show.
him a few minutes. You know, it's Christmas and whatnot.
You're feeling a little heart 2 sizes grown?
Yeah.
You know, something like that. All right. I think I get to go first on this one.
I totally went first on the last one. So
Yeah. And we had swapped with Colonel a couple weeks ago, or a couple of shows ago. So
I don't, I really don't know. I mean, I don't know how many of the same movies we've seen. Probably the majority of them. I would think the big ones, all the big ones, of course. But I don't have any idea what order you guys have done with some of these things.
I do because I checked the click up.
That's fine. I didn't.
But I don't remember. I just know there's some I didn't see that you guys have, so they're on your list. They're not on mine, and vice versa.
I'll say this. I am fucking so happy I took everyone's advice and went and saw Godzilla. Did it make the list? We'll see.
Did it make the list?
We'll see.
See, I really want to go see Iron Claw, goddammit, but I couldn't because it was me and Sarge literally all week, and she's not going to sit through the Iron Claw.
No. Unfortunately, no.
I'm like, shit, I guess I have to rent it when it comes out.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to dying to see that movie, man. Anyway, I digress. We'll get back on topic.
I'm hearing if you're a wrestling purist fan, you'll really dig it. So if you know about the Von Erichs,
Of course, yes.
Then yes, then you'll.
I'm a wrestling nerd like you are. Not as big as I used to be, but
I fucking remember that. Fuck, I saw the Texas Tornado and shit. So when he was in the WWE or F back then.
I was like 2, maybe.
I was young, but I remember it.
Well, let's get into it. We're going to start with top 10 films of 2023. I'll get the list started.
Now we're going to go like films.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Groovy.
As soon as I'm done with films, we'll go to Colonel and Ziggy, and then we'll start with Colonel on TV shows and start with Zigzag on conventions.
This list.
Oh, great. I get TV shows. That's fine.
I'll tell you what, man. I Crank, well, when we get to mine, man, I got props for you, buddy.
All right. Cool.
Got props for you.
Cool. Maybe we should just skip ahead now so I can pat myself on the back.
You're going to have to wait.
Oh, God damn it. All right. Well, for films, 2023, actually, I want to start with a question. I want to ask you guys, how do you feel 2023 was overall in horror? Colonel, I'll start with you.
okay. I mean, there's only no way but down after 2022. I thought 2022 was a great year for horror. 2023 was good, but man, making this list, like, it's top heavy. The top really good. But once you start getting down that bottom half, dude, it's so interchangeable.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still not 100% with my list. But that was the final one. I said, fuck it. I'm out of time. So I kept taking one movie out and putting a new movie in. I take that one out, put another one in. I'm like,
Tell her to be quiet. It's showtime.
Same thing. I think the year. I disagree with Colonel. I think 2023 was a little better by a couple of films. Just looking at the strength of the list and everything. After checking out last year's again, I mean, there was a lot of big names on last year's list. You know, this one, a lot more original stuff. I thought there are some continuations and sequels and shit, but that's what I think. It's different. But I think this year's offering was pretty fucking good, man. It was tough to round them out, and then when I had to start eliminating movies, it was like, damn, you know.
I think we all, though, made a concerted effort to try to watch more, because in the first few years that we've been doing this, we had only seen maybe 25 or 30 films, you know, just based on our work schedules and our life schedules and everything, you know. I think this year I got close to around 70, you know, that I got to see. But
yeah, it's about 25, 30 films.
I didn't go that high. Yeah.
Okay, well, Ziggy and I went and made a concerted effort to try to watch.
I did too. Trust me, I was hammering them out, man. I actually fucking had to rent a movie or two this past week. I was like, God damn it! So I had to cram it all in like 2 days because I kept playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre every night.
Well, boo-hoo. I'm sorry we tried to provide a little fun into your life, you ungrateful asshole.
Well, we're waiting.
Yeah. I don't know if I can say 23 was better than 22 though.
I'm just saying by a couple of films that were just exceptional that helped edge my decision for me.
I got you. I would have to look back at our list from 22 to see.
Oh, okay. Well, I
know. Well, I didn't. Yeah. I do know we did 15 films last year, though. I did notice that. So I'm not sure why we went back down to 10, but I think it was the right decision because.
Yeah. It's because let's face it, those bottom ones that would have been those bottom 5 are totally interchangeable anyway.
Yeah, some maybe. I don't know. We'd have to see. But let's start with the list here. Number 10 for me is actually one I came too late. I had been, and I really hadn't heard a whole lot about this movie until just a few, like, people were talking about it on social media and were just like, oh, this kind of surprised me. It's weird. I'm like, I like weird. So ended up watching it, and it squeezed into my list. At number 10 is a movie called Birth, Rebirth. It follows a woman whose daughter passes away early on in the film, but the morgue attendant that takes care of her is able to steal the daughter's body and bring her back to life, or resurrect her in some Frankensteinish kind of way. And the mother finds out later on, and then they start working together to keep the daughter alive. And it is, I will admit, it is one of those, a lot of people would say, well, that's not horror. And I'm like, well, you got a dead kid, kind of floating around in the background. So yeah, I think that qualifies as horror.
That's on Shudder.
It is on Shudder.
Because I was just kind of clicking through. Well, I did the quick kind of the scan through of Carmichael Manor one more time. Just wanted to see if it held up. If I was holding it up. So I kind of stopped and went, fuck. I didn't look at this one, So interesting.
Great performances, great atmosphere, great mood. Very strange soundtrack, but effective. And it's just it a lot like Pet Cemetery is with a kid's death and how it affects the viewer, especially if they are a parent or are not a parent. It's very effective in the way they deal with this. And the two lead actresses are wonderful, just completely different, bizarre, and a lot of fun to watch interact. But yeah, number 10 for me, Birth Rebirth, which you can find on Shudder. Number 9, and these guys are probably going to give me shit for this being so far down on the list, but I still enjoyed it. It's still in my top 10. Eli Roth's Thanksgiving. I know these guys really enjoyed this one. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but I still think there was a lot more that came out this year that I enjoyed more than Thanksgiving. But
well, I'm not shocked.
Still a fun film. Well, no, because you've already seen the rest of my list.
No, well, also this film's not a cranking film. It's not a slow burn. It's not written by Harvard graduates, you know.
It's not
crank as fuck.
It's not crank as fuck. Is that what you're saying?
It doesn't show the weapons getting forged before they get to the killer, you know.
You guys, go ahead. Get all the digs in. First day of the fucking year, get all the digs in.
I wasn't going to throw any digs until like these guys are giving me shit for it. It's like, well, if that's what he's asking for.
Well, if he's opening it up, all right. And it was still a fun movie. Check it out. Highly recommended.
Highly recommended.
If it's in our top 10. So, number 8 for me, one from earlier in the year, but I still had so much fun with this movie, and I wasn't quite sure I would when it was announced. Renfield. I like a good Dracula tale, and this one, as goofy as it is, plays off. We did a full review on it before, so you've probably seen that or heard us talk about it a little bit. I enjoy this film. Number 8 for me. Number 7, one of the creepier damn movies of the year. Very effective Australian film from Talk to Me. Again, simple premise, very simple, but executed very well. Not quite perfection, but
controversial too, because this film actually released, and its official release date in Australia was 2022, but the American release was not till this past July, so we allowed it.
That's right.
So now we're going to allow it. Because there's actually 2 movies that would have been on my list I took out because the official release was 2022.
Which ones?
Kids versus Aliens is mainly the main one.
Yeah.
So go see it. It's on Shudder. It's a fucking blast. It's a Canadian film, but Letterboxd said 2022, so it didn't make the list. It got kicked off. So I'll allow this one because it did hit theaters this summer. It counts.
Well, Canada, that's like North American, so that's probably accurate. You know, so this one
is accurate.
Yeah, this one came out, says right in there like July 30th or something.
Looks like maybe overtime. Or are they
it's not. Probably.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. If you haven't seen this one, I don't know if it's streaming anywhere free yet, but it should be soon. But definitely check it out. It's a very interesting watch. Number 6, yes, highly recommended by our friend Joseph and several others out there in our DCS world. Godzilla -1. Welcome back, King of the Monsters. This is how you do it. Jesus Christ. Subtitled, sure. Foreign film, doesn't matter. This is excellent storytelling. Great effects.
Dude, they spent $15 million on this movie total.
Yeah.
That's it.
Great effects.
It looked that fucking good.
Yeah, and it looks better than... It looks a lot better than some of the $100 million movies that get put out there. You know?
Nope, this was good.
I don't want to say too much about this movie, though, because it's still relatively new.
Yeah.
And was only in theaters for, well, no, I guess they extended it for 2 weeks, but
It's still going. It's like
still going for your place.
Still going here. They got one a day usually.
No, it's way gone in my area, but yeah. Huh.
It was fucking packed. When I was in there, it was packed. It was absolutely stuffed.
No,
Almost sold. I mean, it was a smaller theater, but still.
Mine was not.
People in there, man.
Mine was not that packed. But still, great film. Check it out. I want to see more from this guy in the Godzilla world, but that's how you do it right there. Number 5, we had the director of this on our show just a month or so ago. Really enjoyed the conversation with him, but it did not affect me putting this on my list at all. Sure. This was an effective film. The Hell House LLC Origins, the Carmichael Manor. I have liked all of these films to a certain degree. Oh, you already got the shirt? Fuck yeah, man. That's pretty slick.
If you're gonna buy a shirt though, spend the extra $5 for the deluxe shirt version, because this thing is like, it's like made out of a potato sack or something. It's like very
a little scratchy.
Oh, a little scratchy. It's not too good, you know. I mean, that seems like it's gonna survive too many washes.
Oh boy. Oh boy. But no, I've liked all the films in this series so far to a degree. Thought the third one kind of took a little dive off the shelf, but
I think they would admit that too, though. They were kind of,
well, he was just looking for a way to end it.
And he just, like you said, he goes, I might have overwrapped it perfectly,
right.
You know, prettily. He did.
Right. But he brought it back with a different location, and yeah, I'm ready to explore the Carmichael Manor a little more now, and the State Fair. But number 5 for me. Well done, Stephen. I actually sent him a message today because Bell's Fancy Creations did a wreath for that. Did you see that?
Love it. So badass, dude.
Look great. But I sent it to him, and he was just like, "That's awesome." So,
I just love how you can get that mask, and that mask looked pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Good rendition.
Number 4. Normally, I'm not. How do I phrase this? Normally, I don't really like gimmick films. And when a gimmick film comes around, it really has to be done well. But this is one that was done well. The Hulu horror sci-fi film, No One Will Save You, is number 4 on my list. A nearly zero dialogue performance by the lead actress, and it's pretty much just her the entire movie, with a creature stalking her in the background, or several creatures stalking her in the background. The occasional interaction with other townsfolk, but very little dialogue in the entire thing. It's just ambient sound, music, and that's it. That's why I call it a gimmick movie. But this works. It's fun. It's funny at times, and still has some very good moments of scares. And the creatures actually look pretty damn good. So number 4 for me, No One Will Save You. Number 3, and No One Will Save You, you can find on Hulu, I think I said. Number 3 for me, again, another director we had on not too long ago, Stephen King classic, The Boogeyman. Again, we did a full review of this not too long ago. We did the interview. Again, I don't think that we had him on the show influenced my decision to include it on the list, because it's just that solid of a film. Go watch it and you'll see. Number 2, I'm going to leave it at that with that one. Number 2, Cobweb, another one that I don't know if I came late to the party on this one, but I did see a lot of people talking about this one, so I gave it a chance, and it definitely paid off. Again, another one of those fairly simple concepts that works, mostly because of the performances, and the performances are very good. again, just another creepy, atmospheric, well done, solid show. Number 1, when I saw this in the theater earlier this fall, I was shocked how much I like this. And I'm even more shocked it's my number 1 of the year. Because I tried to knock it off just by putting something above it, but every time I did and I looked at the list, I wasn't happy with it. But number 1 for me is Last Voyage of the Demeter. Again, I love a classic. Dracula. I know I mentioned Renfield a little bit ago, which is not classic Dracula, but still had an interesting take on the material. This is fairly deeply rooted in it. And I know a few of you are probably going to disagree about this being number 1, especially these two, but even some of you out there, I dug this movie. I really, really dug this movie. So number 1 movie for me, Last Voyage of the Demeter. So that's it.
And that's crank as fuck.
That's crank as fuck. Forgot all about it, man. But it's true.
Thanks. All right. Gentlemen, discuss.
That was a good list. That was
He's
a really good list.
He stole more thunder than I thought he would from me, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Touchdown! Touchdown, motherfuckers! Sorry.
Yeah.
Do we need to mute?
I did. I'll be nice and unmute him. There you go.
Game over.
All right.
All right, you done with that? All right, cool.
Woo!
Oh, God. Bill says, oh, by the way, I'm having that crank as fuck shirt made. I'm going to wear it at Comic-Con. Great. Thanks, Bill. Yeah. We're probably going to have to make one, too, at some point. And we just haven't figured out what to do with it yet. So, but we will.
We got a few ideas, but nothing sticking yet.
Right. All right. Let's look at, I want to look at some of these other lists if anyone's put some out. Rick from the whole damn enchilada pod says, I didn't make a list, but a few that stuck out to me. Boogeyman, because it actually scared Ricky a little. Knock at the Cabin was pretty sweet. Batista was amazing. Renfield was funny. Last Voyage of the Demeter, great. Thanksgiving brought back the slasher. Kind of dug It's a Wonderful Knife, too. I don't know if I've seen anything I didn't like. Oh, I saw plenty I didn't like.
Oh, Rick, this is where you're going to hate me. Dude, I didn't like It's a Wonderful Knife at all.
Really?
I love the concept. I was really looking forward to it. I even wanted to see it in the theaters, but I missed it. But I knew it was coming to Shudder like 2 weeks later.
Dude,
I was disappointed, man. Be honest with you. Maybe I was too hyped. Honestly, I probably came in with too much self-hype for it. And I was just set up for a letdown. So, uh-oh.
No, they get a chance to answer in this. I forgot that new overtime format. They give them the ball like right on the 25 or whatever.
New, man. It's been like that for years in college.
Yeah.
Overtimes and stuff.
I can't remember where It's a Wonderful Knife was in my list, but I'll look here in a minute.
Would it have made 15?
I don't think so.
See, I wouldn't even get 15.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't even. Fuck. Hold on, let me see. Because I know I put it on my overall list.
By the way,
Vikings next to him.
Faze, if you've got that link I sent you ready, I'll mention that. My entire list of 60 something films that I watched from 2023 is on our Letterboxd. So, or on my Letterboxd at least.
And this isn't anything that's risky. Like I said, no offense to Rick, but It's a Wonderful Knife. I didn't even remember to put it on my list. That's how highly I thought of that movie.
Fair enough.
That's anything to even compare. It was better than some of the other bullshit I've seen this year. I'm looking at like Brooklyn 45. People were up in arms about that movie. I thought that was terrible. Now that's a list. I'm surprised the movie I wasn't surprised on Crank's list. That's a perfect Crank fucking movie.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I think it's a perfect Crank movie.
I haven't seen it, but I'll have to check it out. I was trying to avoid it, honestly, for a little bit. Because
someone recommended Viking Wolf to me. That was the one that I was like, really?
That's in the 20s or 30s, I think.
Right.
I'll look here in a minute.
The very bottom of my 35, I think.
Dr. Smiley's in the house. He says, I've got 5 that stood out. Evil Dead Rise, Thanksgiving, Last Voyage of the Demeter, Talk to Me, and Winnie the Pooh.
I still
Blood
regret
and Honey?
saying that.
I didn't hate that as much as people say either. You know, I mean, I was the audacity of it is what makes it funny. You know,
The audacity.
the audacity, but it's good. I don't know. They're redoing it now. They look all different and everything. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Here's a few from James, which I was waiting for.
Yeah, let's get it out here.
Yeah. He says, I like The Passenger almost as much as I liked Run Rabbit Run. I did see Run Rabbit Run. I did dig that one a lot. I want to say that was that would have made my top 15. I think that was 12 or 13.
The Passenger.
I have not seen The Passenger. And he says, Fire Island was the worst one I saw. I didn't care for The Fearway either. Neither of those have I seen, unfortunately. And then he says, Tin and Tina didn't make his list, but I still enjoyed it. And he also didn't care for Pollen and Bad Things. Well, I've heard some decent things about Bad Things. But
I heard that too. You sounded like you just were on a comet or something. It was like an airlock letting go.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Weird. I haven't seen Bad Things yet, but I've heard decent stuff about it.
This is it.
Right.
4th and goal.
Let's see here. Well, you guys got any more listed here?
No, not that I've seen.
Oh, Rick wants to know, did you watch it dubbed or with subs? I assume you're talking about Godzilla.
I'll say those two gentlemen are definitely subs, and I'm a dom. I just know from. Oh, sorry. I've been holding on to that joke since I read it. I've been holding that shit in for like 10 minutes.
Jesus. Subtitled, yes.
Yeah, I don't. They didn't even offer a dubbed one for Godzilla anyway.
Right. Even in general, I'll take a sub over a dubbed. It just.
Well, the message.
If I have a choice, I think it's
closer. The dubs are usually way the fuck out there, man.
There we go. Peter Anthony's in the house. He said,
Hey,
I love
Peter.
Cobweb. Happy New Year's, men. Happy New Year's to you,
Happy New
sir.
Year, sir.
Yes, sir. All
Amazing.
big things in 2024 for the Peter Anthony Company, man. It's coming
That's
at
right.
you.
Peter Anthony Productions
Yes, sir.
heavy work right now on a top-notch trailer for their upcoming film Laugh. If you haven't checked anything on that out, I don't know if the Indiegogo is still open, but look it up on Indiegogo. Laugh, the major motion picture.
When it gets to the real deal, when he starts, that's when we're going to bring him in and he's going to
Oh,
break
yeah.
it all the fuck down for us, man.
Oh,
So,
yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Smiley says he liked Cobweb. There's our buddy James. What's up, James?
James.
Says the last voyage was good. I'm with you, Crank. Is that Crank as fuck?
Crank as fuck. CAF.
TCAF. That's Crank as fuck. All right. Really? Okay. You're just gonna get okay. All right.
I think it's got to be that's crank as fuck though. That gives it that extra.
That's Crank as fuck.
That brings it to 11. You know what I mean?
Right. Peter says I had Talk to Me at number 1. It was number 7 for me, but
I understand it. You know,
I
I dug the fucking end of that movie.
and FaZe in the background says I miss a lot of films late this year, but Demeter would probably be his number 1, as well as Carmichael Manor being close behind. I have to mention the new Metalocalypse movie that dropped this year.
Oh wow, FaZe.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it yet, man. It's fucking killing me.
That they do horrific shit in that fight. That would definitely qualify.
Sad part is I have all. Well, I don't say sad. I have all the CDs except for I think the newest one. I fucking love Death Clock, man.
That
Like I know
show's
it's not a real band, but
it's coming. Yeah, it is. It's coming through on a tour.
well,
this year.
I know it's a real band, but it's not a real band.
Oh, it's one dude.
Yeah,
One man band still counts as a band,
Yeah.
doesn't it? I know several of those kind of guys. James says, I thought It's a Wonderful Knife and the Elevator Game were decent, but nothing special. See, I kept hearing about the Elevator Game too, but it didn't sound like it was that great. So I skipped it to watch like Birth, Rebirth, and Cobweb and stuff like that. So,
James has his list up now, a full list now.
Michael says, so do we expand it to perfect crank as fuck?
No.
No.
He already has enough of a fucking ego. We don't need to call him perfect.
Hey now, hey.
It's over.
Uh-oh.
Stuffed at the goal.
Boop, there we go.
Yeah, mine's a little bit behind, I guess.
Well, if you watch through a streaming service, yours about at least 30 seconds behind.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Ziggy. Michigan, moving on.
They're cheating asses
To the
advancing
college.
to the title game.
To the college playoff final. We'd like to welcome
Still fucking blow it.
We'd like to welcome our audience that is now joining us from the Alabama-Michigan game. Exciting game. Thank you for joining us.
See, I'm telling you, if Georgia didn't get fucked and they're the ones that put in the playoff, I think it would have been a totally different outcome.
I have to agree with you. I honestly, Florida State probably should have been in there anyway. Don't you
They
think?
should have.
All right. Anyway,
the Florida State game was awful.
Go Blue. Happy New Year. We're done with the sports now. We can
until next week.
You'll never hear me say go Blue. I'll say yay Lions. That's all you're going to fucking get out of me when it comes to football.
I'll take it. You're still welcome in Lionstown.
All right, let's
let's
hit a couple more comments before we get the Colonel's list here. Dr. Smiley says, I thought Winnie the Pooh was just one of those movies that would never be made. I praise the balls they had to make it. Now, you know that Steamboat Mickey is in the public domain, so they're going to do something horrible with that. And I guess
there's a bad Cinderella.
Yeah, there's a bad Cinderella coming, a bad Bambi. It's all this public domain shit is going to get crazy.
If they do
straight to video on demand craze,
if they do it the same sick, twisted way as they did Blood and Honey, there's a market there. There's a sick sense of humor there that is appealing. I'll say it. I laughed all the way through it. You know, when I watched it, I was like, God, I expected to hate the shit out of this, and I just didn't.
Oh, got some Michigan wins comments down there. Yay!
Woo!
Adam, Angie. There you go. Nice. All right. And it looked like James had a list. This is what I want. Faze, if you can cut and copy and paste this, stick it into something later for me, I'd appreciate it.
Do a screen capture on your laptop.
Or something, yeah. James has number 10, The Passenger. Number 9, Nefarious. Really? Oof.
That's all right.
Number 8, From Black. Number 7, Brooklyn 45. Number 6, When Evil Lurks. Number 5, number 4,
the sequel.
Number 4, Husera the Bone Woman. Number 3, Evil Dead Rise. Number 2, Abrupapito. It sounds like I'm ordering like a burrito or something. Taco Bell. Whatever that is. Number 2. And number 1, Tearsucker. All right. Again, like I said, interesting list, man.
I've heard of 3 of those.
James never disappoints.
No. Well, I'll be honest. Okay, Nefarious. Dude, that was like my... Honestly, there's one movie I liked less than that this year. And you guys should already know what it is.
That's Skinamarink? Is that this year?
No, that was last year.
That was last year, yeah.
All right, we got to move on to and there we go. There's a Happy New Year from St. John's, Michigan. Jason, Happy New Year, sir.
We'll cross paths again this summer.
Hey, Luke, there's our buddy Luke. Luke, I hope you're doing well, man. Good luck to you in the new year. Happy New Year. He says a movie a lot of people didn't see, Totally Killer, might be my favorite horror movie of the year. I think that was like 12.
Yep.
11 or 12 on my
I would
list.
say 11.
Right
My
there.
mind. Just missed it.
I'd seen it. I was going to watch it, and I never got around to watching it. Like, so shame on me again. My bad.
It's all right. You should watch it.
I will eventually.
All right. Thank you, FaZe. Appreciate that. Colonel, you ready to get into your list?
Yes, because people are tired of hearing lists from you, uncultured swine.
Swine.
They want a common man's list.
That's right.
Not an elitist list, the commoner's list.
A list of the people.
That's right. Because I am the
Jesus
people's
Christ.
champ. Not really.
Oh, God. The sanctimony is just killing me here.
Just fucking with you guys. I'm kind of going Crank's route here. If we reviewed it on the show, it's going to get a quick mention, and I'm going to move on. Damn, these bottom three, they're in and out, in and out.
Don't you switch them around.
I'm not. I can't. As soon as I submitted it, I was married to this fucking list, and I'm like, fuck.
Actually, they're all on one, well, almost all on one page. If you need to switch them around, you can.
No. It's all good. I'm sticking with it. It is what it is. I'm just letting you people know the bottom three, at least most definitely the bottom two. I could switch them out with a ton of other movies. These ones were just original enough to make the list. So coming out at number 10, I'm surprised it made the list.
Me too.
Infinity Pool. I'll be real honest here. Like, first done list, I had the Pope's Exorcist. But man, that third act went a little too fucking stupid. It had to fucking go. And so, yeah, Mia Goth. That's literally why it's number 10.
That's okay. Yeah.
I'll be fucking honest.
Mia reach around.
Yeah.
That it?
That whole scene was a bit much, but yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to do that in public. I can't even piss at a urinal. I got to go in the stall. There's no way I ain't getting to handle that. I'm like, stop. Don't see us.
If it was Mia Goth, I think you'd make an exception.
True. But yeah. Again, Mia Goth. That's literally the only reason why it's on the list.
Yep.
Now we're getting serious. So coming in at number 9, I'm not a big fan of these movies, found footage movies, but this one had a few original stories and pretty good gore. VHS 85. I really dug the Mayan story, which is the second story in the movie. That was super original and never seen anything, like, at least for, the United States, it was super original. I hadn't seen anything like that. And the gore, like I said, the gore was pretty fucking good and practical. That's a huge step. Practical effects. Mm-hmm. And I love the way it ties around. Yes, like most anthology films, there in the middle, it gets a little fucking slow. But the beginning and the end is strong enough to justify this movie being on the list, along with the gore. Coming in at number 8, I know I'm the only one that's seen this at the time of its release because I was not at a con.
No, I saw it. I saw this one in the theater.
Oh, okay, you did?
Yeah.
Dude, I really liked this fucking movie. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I'm with Rick. Batista blew me the fuck away. I did not think he could be that good in a movie. Like, he's fucking Batista. I'm not expecting much out of him. A few funny jokes, and I'm like, oh, I remember when you was wrestling, I used to make fun of you because you got that Godsmack son tattoo around your belly button.
Oh,
but he pulled out the fucking acting chops on this one.
Yeah, he did.
And spoiler alert, if you hadn't seen it, this is probably one of my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movies. Because you know what the twist was? There was no twist. It was actually a legit fucking story. No twist needed.
You don't need a twist when you got a decent, you know what I mean? This has to happen or this happens. That's it. It's like, wow, that's as heavy as it gets. So you don't need the stupid twist,
Exactly. Right. It is a good fucking movie. It is a lot better than I thought it'd be. Coming at number 7, where I catch a lot of shit from these two, I'm sure. The Boogeyman.
No.
Yeah, enjoyed it. It was all right. It was good. It was a good watch. But moving on, because we did a review of it. Coming in at number 6, Cobweb.
Huh.
Wow.
See, this, I'm telling you, 6 through 2 are real fucking interchangeable with me. I dug this. It's a great story. And again, not stealing too much thunder. Most of the big reveal was actually pretty shocking.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was impressed. You usually don't get that. You know, the big reveals now are usually like a letdown. But Cobweb, pretty fucking solid, man. Pretty fucking solid. Now, here's where we get to the movies like I fucking absolutely love. Coming in number 5, Hell House LLC Origins. All right. Coming in at number 4. Did we review this? Yes, we did. But I missed it because I was playing softball. I was a softball mom for 3 months.
Yep.
So I did not get to review this movie with you guys. Number 4, Evil Dead Rise. I'm a little surprised it fell this far down on my list.
Really?
Because I was really fucking high on this movie. If you remember my bold statement, oh, dude, there's no way there's any movie who's going to top Evil Dead Rise for me this year.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true because I have 3 movies I like better. But we already reviewed it. Move on. Number 3, The Last Voyage of the Demeter. The only Dracula movie this year, in my opinion, that's really fucking good. This is where I take my chance to Sean Renfield. I just watched it. Dude, it is all right. It was worth one viewing. Like, I like Nick Cage's Dracula. I like the throwbacks, throwback to the beginning of the film, the original Dracula movie. But other than that, it was just a fun movie, but nothing to write home about for me.
You're a bigger Universal purist, though, than I am. I like the Universal movies, but you seem to be more into those. So I get that.
So there you go. I can't stroke this movie anymore because we did do a review on it. So I'm going to keep going and go to where number 2, When Evil Lurks. I was late to this one. I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. Man, what a great fucking movie. What we bitch about all the time. All right now, just, remakes, prequels, whatever you want to call them. Here's an original fucking movie that just throws you right in the fucking action. I know Crank's going to hate this because there's no explanation till almost towards the end of the film of kind of what's going on. But you're just thrown into fucking chaos, dude. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You're just enjoying the ride. You don't know. Don't shoot it. Don't shoot. What the fuck? What's it matter? The next thing you know is chick, as you can see, and they're just axing her fucking face. And I'm like, this is going to be a fun fucking ride. Boy, it was, man. I was laughing my ass off when that kid got hit by the fucking truck.
Oh, man.
I thought that was hilarious. Then you see the kid just fine, swirling, dancing.
Yeah.
And again, Zag's with me on this one. Gore, gore, gore. And we fucking got it.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Again, great original story. Great gore. Great suspense. If there's a dubbed version, I didn't see it. Yes, I read the subtitles. Does not affect the movie like some people complain. That's not going to stab it. It's one of my family members I had a discussion on Christmas about. Apparently, he don't like to read while he's watching a movie. It's good enough. It don't bother you. Yeah. But yeah, people, again, I did not want to believe the hype. I kept putting it off. Finally got to watch it this week. And this movie was really fucking good.
You just watched it this week?
Just watched it this week.
Wow. Cool.
Literally like Saturday.
Interesting.
Dude, I had something to get that shitty Ohio State game out of my mind. And this did the job. So coming in at number 1, the most fun I've had in the theaters all year, Thanksgiving. This shouldn't be a shock to anybody, especially when we reviewed it. It's my highest rated film of the fucking year. What else do I have to say? Like, we all know. We literally just did a review of this movie like a month and a half ago.
All right.
So there's my top 10.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Excellent list.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I can. That
Like I
makes
said, I will even admit Infinity Pool should not have been on that list. It wasn't literally for like 3 or 4 drafts. Then it just kind of got thrown in there like, fuck it. Mia Goth.
Shit.
that vibe. Yeah, see, I really don't know how I feel about Infinity Pool. I need to watch it again, I think. But
Well, it
it's
loses
such an uncomfortable watch.
it loses, but that's that's Cronenberg. That's why I did like it. You know, I mean, but I do think as the third act wears on, it lacks that lasting impact. You
Right.
know what I mean? That his movies do. So
Well, his
Again, I mean, I was comparing, like, if you noticed, Saul X wasn't on there. I don't want to say anything about Saul X yet, in case it makes Zag's list. I enjoyed it more than Saw X. I enjoyed it more than Megan. I enjoyed it more than some of these other movies. Like I said, I think I like The Pope's Exorcist more overall. But that third act, it doesn't deserve to be on the list for that third act. That's like, all right, you're number 11.
I read there's all kinds of sequels coming for that character.
For Pope?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
that guy's got tons of books and stuff.
Pope's Exorcist, Cocaine Bear, Megan, and that one, Infinity Pool, all just dropped, and over the last couple of weeks as I was readjusting, they were there. You know?
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of like the list I was looking at. Okay, which one's going to make it? And I think I had all those ones at number 10 at a certain point. And I'm like, I have to turn it in today.
Infinity Pool was in there until the last movie I saw, if you've been paying attention. And then that bumped it. So. Wow. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, man. I can't argue with, you know.
Well, Luke agrees with you on VHS 85, says was pretty good, and I'm with you about found footage, but this one was pretty good.
It was surprisingly good.
And then James says, speaking of found footage, he liked Horror in the High Desert 2. I'll have to look for those. Luke says, Knock at the Cabin was pretty decent, but I still don't forgive him for The Happening. Fair enough. Mary says, oh no, not the Godsmack tattoo around the belly button.
They did, goddammit. I still fucking make fun of his ass for it. Like, I remember when it first came out, because I was still heavy into wrestling. So what the fuck, man? Look at this lame ass tattoo, Godsmack tattoo on his belly button. I just can't give it up, man. It's a terrible tattoo. Fucking terrible.
Everyone had that tribal garbage.
Not around your fucking belly button.
It's like, well, he was, you know, it's probably like a basket, you know, and some of them fellers.
Target says The Pope's Exorcist was a pleasant surprise. Went in with low expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same. And yeah, I agree. It was better than it should have been. Put it that way.
I liked it, but you know.
Just that third act, man, where they really jumped the fucking shark. That's why I was like, God, you just lost me.
It killed all of the tension. It killed all of the disturbing.
All right. Our friend Kiara just woke up. Sorry I'm late. Never getting drunk again.
Yes.
That's Happy New Year, Kiara.
New Year. Obviously, you enjoyed it.
Am I being too loud?
Hey.
Do you need some aspirin?
No, man, I went fucking crazy last night, gentlemen.
What, 2 beers?
No, I had 4.
Ooh.
2 screwdrivers first to kick off the night.
Oh man.
Yeah. Woo, I'm wild.
I danced on a piano last night, so while singing.
Great.
There's video.
The pizzeria was goddamn out of control until I left, you know, and then I just came here and watched the ball drop, had a bowl of Lucky Charms, and then I played a tournament on that poker site. Second place.
Good
There
job.
you go. Angie says, I agree with Colonel. I didn't really care for Renfield. It was all right. Evil Dead Rise was excellent. Alyssa Sutherland was outstanding. Yes.
Yes, she was.
Yeah, she's
Yes, she is.
I think that's Ziggy's new convention wife.
I had a list, you know, where it was like, yeah, gonna put someone on a list. That's a good looking human being, no question.
She looks
weird
good up
cheek.
close too.
Yeah, those weird kind of
Those high cheekbones.
high cheekbone. Looks like a fucking like a fairy or an elf or something.
All right, we got a list from Patricia. What's up? Happy New Year. She says bathtub shark. Okay, never mind. That's it. Nope. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. She says bathtub shark attack for 10. Number 9, Slaughterhouse.
Which I need to watch. That
Yes,
sounds
I do
fun.
need to watch that one. Number 8, Then My Mind Walked Away. Number 7, The Pope's Exorcist. Number 6, Cobweb. Number 5, Renfield. Number 4, The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster. Number 3, When Evil Lurks. Number 2, Totally Killer. And number 1, Thanksgiving. Yes,
That's a
excellent.
really good list, Patricia.
Excellent list, Patricia.
I said Slaughterhouse did not make my list because I didn't get around to watching it yet, but that is on my list to watch.
Right. I haven't seen that one yet either. Same, Dr. Smiley, same here. Little Sailor Jerry. I did have about half a bottle of champagne too, and a couple of shots and some other stuff. But yeah,
Some other stuff.
When you work on New Year's Eve, it tends to happen.
I just didn't want to be out there too with all the fucking amateurs and playing bumper cars, trying to, there's no point. I was 5 minutes from work, from home. Boom.
Nice. All right, Ziggy, I think it's up to you.
My God, I get to bring it on home. And it's not, it's not terrible. I think everything on my list has been mentioned.
No. Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
We'll kick it right off here. Number 10, I caught it about a month ago. I actually watched this one, and good God, these characters just get their asses kicked, man. I mean, it is just a pummeling of just right in the brain and everything around them, physically, mentally, everything. When Evil Lurks, it has the gore. It has it. I do think.
Hello?
Huh?
No, go ahead. I was surprised it's
that low.
That low. Well, yeah. I mean, if where I'm at on my list, but I dug it a lot. I mean, you don't expect, and again, like Colonel said it earlier, you don't know why what the fuck is happening, and it gets annoying at some points. But I mean, and I think it's a little bit of a letdown at the very end. That's why I think it's as low as it is. I didn't really care for the ending as much as I did the rest of the movie, but definitely see it. It's worth a watch. When Evil Lurks. Number 9. You want to comment? What do you want to say?
I'm just saying, you're not. I thought the ending was pretty fucking good. Like, that's the type of movie I enjoy, and the type of ending I enjoy from time to time. That's
Maybe it just wasn't what I was expecting myself. I'll leave it at that.
Fair enough.
Okay. So again, in that aspect, if it's coming at you and it gives you something you're not expecting, they delivered. I didn't care for it as much. It's still great. It's still decent. It'll freak you out. Number 9, I did enjoy everything about the different versions of Dracula in Renfield. It's fun, man. It's just fun, especially like the stupid jokes, like the fucking welcome mat allows Dracula to come into his apartment when he's trying to break away from stupid shit like that. And he's explaining himself, and Dracula's, that's what happened. You're with your sister. Okay. And it has a fair amount of good gore in it. There's a great scene where the Dracula jumps into a fucking priest and explodes him. Pretty good, man.
Right.
Pretty good. It rivals a lot of the effects we saw this year. But there you go. It's kind of low on this list. And then this one, maybe this is going to piss everybody off. I don't know. Number 8, Evil Dead Rise. It was up a lot higher. It was at number 1 when it came out for me for a while. But then these other films I saw in front of it, and I don't like the CGI kind of morphing of that creature at the end. That end was a thud, I thought. Kind of a letdown. I hope they can keep this universe going. It made a shit ton of money, so why not?
They're making more.
Yeah, do it how we like it. Go back. Let's give me that 81 again, man. That's the shit. That's what we need. Okay.
Yes, Colonel. Hold on. Yes, Colonel.
Like, I'm not arguing about the placement. I'm not even arguing about the CGI fucking monster at the end, because you're right. But you literally just said the last film, Renfield has a lot of great blood and gore in it. It's all CGI.
It's still
terrible CGI.
No, it wasn't. Fuck, man. Those last scenes in Evil Dead Rise are all 20 times worse than anything we saw in Renfield.
Bullshit. When you use a serving tray to cut off dude's arms and a fake ass blood, dude. Come on.
Like I said, for what they were applying it to, a silly movie like that, It's a different fucking
Fair enough.
scoring system.
Fair enough.
Evil Dead, you know what we want, and they gave us a CGI fucking blob. That was stupid.
Go Blue.
That's why. That's why
Go
it's
Blue.
on fucking number 8. Yeah, Ohio State.
Go Blue.
That was the Ohio State CGI. That must have been some students from there or something. Okay, number 7.
At least
I
they
was
graduated.
impressed by this movie a lot. I dug it. Everybody said, oh, the Australian shit bothers me. Talk to me. No, it doesn't. It's a very solid story, and I love this world they created, this connection device. What a cool concept, man. And the end, this is a good ending. This is how you end a fucking movie like this. That's what I like. So obviously everyone else has seen it. It made everybody's list. So I mean, it's in various spots, but all in around the same area.
Not Colonels.
Except Colonels.
I didn't see it.
He didn't see it yet, though. Like I said, when he does, he could reevaluate it. Because it's decent. It's good.
He's never going to revisit this list.
It's very, very like.
Well, maybe we will in 10 years.
Imagery is what's good about it. That's what I like.
That's what we'll do. We'll do this in 10 years. We'll do 2023 in 10 years.
2030.
And then we'll see how our lists have changed.
There we go. I mean, 8 months,
all these things are. Anything could flip on these things.
Put it on the list.
Put it on the fucking list. Where am I at? Number 6.
6.
I was shocked that I didn't see this on either one of your lists. And I am probably the least fan of this franchise out of all of you. Saw X. I loved this fucking movie. I loved seeing the backstory of John Kramer. I loved him going after these people that did this scam on him. It incorporates all these fucking scams, calling like these, giving you the hopes and help and settling all your problems, and then getting fucked. And now you got John Kramer to answer and make everything right. And it's fucking great. I didn't even care that they didn't bother trying to make them look or de-age them. They put a baseball hat on the dude. He's 80 years old, I mean, this is supposed to take place between Saw 1 and 2. They bring back what's her face?
Amanda.
Yeah. I was trying to think of her real name, but
I can't remember her real name right now.
But dude, I mean, they put the worst wig on her, but that's it. There's no de-aging on her face. She's about, I would say 10 pounds heavier than she was back then. I don't care. It's still great. It's a great story and very, very satisfying. I loved it. I thought it was great. For all the Saws, that might be my favorite one.
We saw this together, didn't we? Did we see this?
Yeah, you were still here.
California?
Yeah.
Or
was it
Detroit?
Cali or was it here? I think you were here in Michigan still, weren't you? Wasn't this before? I don't remember, dude. It's all running together.
I remember we parked in a garage and you lost your wallet and had to run back into
that
the
was
theater.
California, yeah. Oh
Yeah.
God, that fucking whole ordeal. That was fun.
Yeah, because you were freaked out because you were like,
I had my
be able to get on the plane.
ID. Yeah, it was a big problem. They were like, "Oh yeah, here it is." It's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, that was Cali.
It was Cali. Saw X. Number 6. Number 5. I kept putting this off, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to get out to see it. And then I got an opening in the schedule, and I said, fuck it. I'm going to see it. And I'm so glad I did. Godzilla -1. Damn, man. What a strong fucking monster movie. I mean, this is the Godzilla. There's no alliance with the fucking humans. There's no alliance with aliens. There's no other monsters. There's no baby Godzillas. None of that shit. Jack Jarmel's. Nope. It's just a fucking Godzilla destroying everything. And he is never been this lethal before. His breath, his nuclear breath is the best effect I've ever seen from a Godzilla. So
wow.
Please make more. Please. Because what a pleasure. What a joy this was. When that Dennis was on here, Daniels, and he was flapping on about it and shit. I realized how much of the fucking plot he spoiled as I was watching it, but he was right, man. This is a strong fucking movie. A fucking strong movie. And if you're any kind of fan of this, there's no guy in a rubber suit here. That shit is done. They got it figured out. The CGI looks great. 15 million, but it looks like 150 million. Man.
It looks look great.
Okay, here we go to the final 4, and these all shuffled all the time since I've seen them. They've all spent time at number 1, And this is the final one I turned in because I had to let it go because they were just going to keep going. So at number 4, I love this guy's style. I hope he keeps going, and I hope he carves a way in like Craven, like Carpenter. Savage, the Boogeyman. God damn, this guy has an eye for film and horror and timing and just the props. Like they have like this moonball light in this movie, if you've seen it. So effective. So good. There is some CGI, it kind of sucks in it, but it's still fucking scary as fuck, man. And again, you've seen Dash Cam, you've seen Host, the Boogeyman. This guy is here, man. Rising star. Don't miss.
Yep. I hope he kind of starts getting mentioned along the lines of like, Ty West, Eggers.
It's getting to be, would you agree? You can, if you didn't know it was his movie, you can almost tell it's his movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like.
Sort of. I think
Right.
so, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Maybe like along the lines of Ari Aster as well. I like his style a lot too.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Number 3. And I honestly thought this was going to end the year at number 1 for me. I really did. It stayed there the longest. Had the longest run at number 1 on my list. The Last Voyage of the Demeter. This is Dracula done right. The fact that they took what little bit is in that novel and turned it into this movie, fantastic. Alien on a clipper ship. Creepy, effective, disturbing. It's Dracula, and it's not just a thoughtless monster trying to eat. This monster's a thinking, smart, whatever demon trying to figure out and ration to get to where he's going on this trip. So fucking good, man. Tense. I think they did kind of miss some opportunities to go full practical with this, and it probably would have been a home run. It would have been number 1 for sure, but it's still great, man. If you like Dracula, must see. Then the dilemma hit me for number 2 and 1. Because once again, this next one came out, and I went, well, that's it. And I watched it a couple times, and I've watched number 1 a couple of times, and I settled on this finally. Number 2 is Hell House LLC Origins, The Carmichael Manor. I love found footage. This is no secret. This is great, man. What I noticed more about repeated viewings with it is the creaking when they're walking around just really adds to the isolation that they're filming this, and this doesn't feel like a movie. It feels like people walking around abandoned, haunted property. And these fucking clowns, of course. I'm not afraid of clowns per se, but damn, are these effective? This one's just as good as the first one. If you've seen Hell House LLC, you're a fan. See Carmichael Manor, you will be not disappointed. It does. I agree with these boys. 1, 2, 3, and then this one comes out. So it's 1, then this one, Origins, Carmichael Manor. I hope there's more to come in this world because these are just too fucking good, man. Good found footage.
Agreed.
Let's keep it going, man. Number 1, I guess me and the Colonel are simpatico, man. Thanksgiving. Because I sat here going, when am I ever going to get a chance to put a quality slasher at the top of a list again that felt like an 80s movie almost? It has the gore. It has the whodunit. It has the red herrings. It has Eli Roth's fucking tongue-in-cheek, sick sense of humor, and I'm so glad he fucking did this movie like this. God damn it. It absolutely, the more I think about it, the more it deserves to be up at the top of this list. And shit, if I could make it higher, I would, man. I mean, fucking great movie. I just love it. A slasher tops the list in 2023, man. And if you haven't seen it, stop it. Get out and go see it, because when a big Hollywood guy has friends like that are willing to do a movie like this, you know it's going to be fucking good. And it is. It's just great. Thanks for fucking giving.
Now, unfortunately, you can't go out and see it anymore, but you can rent it or buy it at home.
Yeah, it's available to see.
Copy comes out.
It's available, baby.
I was waiting for my physical copy. Ooh,
yeah.
I will own this one. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to wait and see what kind of deluxe one. I ordered the fucking stuffed turkey. The head comes off.
No, nice.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's must have. You know.
Nice. Excellent list, Ziggy.
I started going on it, like I said, a couple of months ago, really, really, really applying it. And then shit, I kept seeing these other movies. We finished very strong the second half of that year. Because like I said, Megan was up there for a while. It was in there and all those other ones.
Wow. Geez, where do we? You guys went nuts in the comments.
I see 188 currently and counting.
And counting.
All right, now I'm gonna have to skim through some of these.
Oh man,
That was a good list.
If I'm missing anything, go ahead and let me know. But you guys chat amongst yourselves for a minute.
amongst yourselves. Yeah, when evil lurks, I
want to chat about Saw X, but I'm waiting until we pull that up because I know you didn't have it on your list either.
No, I'll pull the chart up here in a second.
Yeah, like I said,
Looks like mostly this is just the guys are debating movies with themselves, but
I'm not even a fan of Saw. Like when it came out, I was like, no big deal. This isn't world breaking. What the fuck? It's cool, but
there you go. Luke says Saw X was the best one since Saw 2.
Yeah,
I'd probably go along with that.
Yeah,
I just love seeing.
I like more of the backstory of John Kramer too.
Purpose of him doing that and the rage that was in his eyes. I was like, God damn, he's good. He's so good at this. Because I was like, how is this even going to work? And God damn, did they pull it off? It gets you feeling bad and stuff. And then you see how deep the scam goes, and it's like, what the fuck?
Well, Bill just says score of 8 across the board, gentlemen. Nice list. So
thank you, Bill.
Appreciate it, Bill.
Our toughest critic. One of these days, one of us is going to get a 9 out of him. I know it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Win.
We'll see. Yeah. Let's do a comparison here. Look. So, Last Voyage is number 3, 3 and 1. Thanksgiving 1, 1 and 9. Cobweb did not make Ziggy's list. Have you seen Cobweb?
I did. It's 11. It was right there. And
number 6.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's almost a homage to People Under the Stairs in a way. And I felt that. I got that. And I love the atmosphere of it. But, when it came down to that or When Evil Lurks, kind of for me. So I had to go with one I liked a little better.
Evil Dead Rise was not on my list.
That doesn't really shock me.
No. It's close. It was probably in the top 20. When Evil Lurks was in the top 20, somewhere in there. The Boogeyman is on all of ours. That kind of surprises me, honestly.
It's a good movie.
I'd say, man, a guy has I dig
Hell
his
House 5, 5 and 2. That's cool.
I really liked Hell House. I mean, I'm a fan of this whole franchise, though. And
I'm pretty sure if Colonel had seen Godzilla, he would have it on his list.
No, I'm sure.
Same with Talk to Me. You said you hadn't seen Talk to Me yet, right?
No.
That'll make your list.
Yeah,
I wasn't told the entire plot to Godzilla. I might be more willing to go see it in the theater. I'm not paying that kind of money to see it. I'll just rent the fucking thing for $7.
It's worth to rent it even then. I mean, I plan on that might be one I buy as well, just because.
Right. Whose list do you guys like there? Let's see.
VHS was close too. That was the other one.
Paula says getting a 9 from Bill is going to be tough, guys.
Well, I'm up for the challenge, Paula. I'm going to try my best.
And he says that was crank as fuck.
Certainly was.
No, all right. Here, since I have my chance, here's why I'm going to kind of shit on Saw X.
Go ahead.
I didn't think it was a bad movie, and I agree with Luke. It probably is the 3rd best Saw movie. I enjoyed the story. And this isn't just anything against Saw, it's just Hollywood in general. I hate that fucking filter, the racist ass filter they put on every time someone goes to Mexico. Any fucking more. It's like, come on. Fucking come on. It's every fucking movie. It's just not Saw. The traps are cool. I like that they were rough, but he was making do with what he had in that abandoned warehouse. I really dug that. Just that fucking ending made me roll my eyes so fucking hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of yellowish tint.
Yeah, the yellowish tint. Like, get rid of that fucking racist ass tint. This fucking anyway. I know it's not racist, but still, it's every fucking movie when they go to Mexico. They use that fucking tint. And like I said, the ending. I hated that fucking ending, man. I really did.
Well, which ending?
The ending.
Before the one after the credits?
Well, I didn't know there was an after credit scene.
Oh, there's a after credits.
Well, my rental's already fucking done now, so I missed it.
All right. Well,
I'm talking about when they leave the. I'm not trying to spoil it for anybody that didn't see it. When they leave the fucking abandoned manufacturing plant, open the door, and it's just like, oh my fucking god! Like, you get the fuck out of here! This happy dory bullshit. Like, terrible fucking ending. That is not the ending I want.
Now, let me put it in perspective for you. This takes place between 1 and 2.
I understand.
If you would have caught that end scene where it ties in the cop from 3, and you start to get a sense of how deep his network went, that's what I fucking dug about it, man. They never really tipped their hand on how deep it was, but now they're showing you this was going on the whole time. He had this shit strung out, ready to go.
I still want to save the movie for me, not because of
okay. I mean, but it's not number 1 on my fucking list or anything, but for me, someone that's not a fan of this franchise, that one was pretty fucking good.
All right, a couple of the movies that people had picked up or mentioned while we were talking. Evil Dead Rise looks like was listed at 15 on my list. Pope's Exorcist 16. Knock at the Cabin 17. Saw X 20. When Evil Lurks 22. Honestly,
that doesn't surprise me.
Well, I liked it, but
like I said, you're literally thrown right into the fucking chaos. There's no story for you, no background. I know that's not your type of movie. I
liked it though. Scream 6. Where was that on either of your lists?
Fuck it. That wasn't even on my list. Get the fuck out of here. It's like a 5. It didn't even get consideration for shit. Like, we know we're not going to get a Scream 7 is going to be fucking awful if they even fucking make it.
Yeah, 24 on mine.
Exorcist Believer was down, way down.
Man, I thought I had Run Rabbit Run up a little bit higher than this, but I've got it at 30. I should probably rethink that. Infinity Pool was at 40, just because I really don't know where to put that. I really don't.
I just went with
Mia Goth.
Mia Goth. The Mia Goth score is like no lower than 12, usually, something like that.
Yeah, Nefarious was 54th out of 55. I saw 55 movies from 2023. Anybody want to guess what my least favorite was? Anyone?
Shit. It's Exorcist, of course.
Yeah, it's Exorcist.
That tells you how much I thought about The Exorcist. I almost forgot it even existed.
Yeah. Just whacked it out. Yeah.
All right.
No, there were a few under that for me, but not many.
Not many. All right, let's figure out TV shows. Colonel.
No, I'm going to run through these fucking quick. It's TV. Even though Zag has one that probably would have been my number 1 if I remembered it came out last year. I thought it was older than that by a few months. So, yeah, just real quick. Number 3, Creep Show.
Okay.
There we go. We finally got a new season on Shudder. Again, I don't have time to really watch TV like this. There's only one series I make a point to watch every episode of. Creep Show is not it. I'll be honest. I'm like on season 3, episode 3. But I don't watch. I needed 3. So here's number 3, Creep Show. And my big complaint about this so far, and why I think you can tell they really cut the budget in this season. You don't even get the creeper. Like, he's not in the beginning or end, he's not bookending these fucking episodes.
Really?
Really, it literally just goes straight into the stories that you get the comic, and that's it. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So it's probably on its last leg. It's about to be canceled. I'm sure.
They're doing 4 right now.
Well, they better put the fucking creeper back in the goddamn fucking show.
Yeah.
And again, such a small complaint, but really, that helps with the creep show feel. The newest season does not have that creep show feel for me. Coming at number 2, my running gag for 5 years, Svengoolie. Because, goddamn it, Svengoolie. I didn't grow up watching local monster theater hosts. That was done by the time I came around.
He's the same. That's what he is. I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why he gets props every year. That's the only guy that's like small time local horror host. And I grew up with Joe Bob on Monster Vision. Like that was my horror host. So Svengoolie, running gag, always comes in at number 2. And number 1, thank God the show rebounded because I was so disappointed in season 4. But now I'm a little sad knowing it ends after season 6.
Yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows. I mean, look, I'm being gay over here. Like this whole fucking season was fucking great, man. Like, it was perfect. This was
a little out of context, but thanks, Colonel.
Yeah.
That was great.
For the people who watch the show, we're laughing our asses off right now. No, like I said, it was a nice rebound. For anybody who's been keeping up with it, if you watch season 4 and Little Colin growing up, that was awful. Fucking awful. So I had low hopes going into season 5. We all know some of the main writers left, and that's why I chalked it up to season 4 being so bad. They rebounded nicely, and again, the only show that I make sure to watch, not day of, but next day, I am on top of it. I take 30 minutes out of my schedule to watch What We Do in the Shadows.
So what happened? Did we recruit some new writers that are in the world, or they just bring in some outside blood?
I really don't know.
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
To be honest,
But the writing did get better.
The writing was a lot better.
Yeah.
Again,
They went back to taking more risk with the comedy. And because that 4th season was almost too safe, except for like one storyline.
Yeah, like every episode in this one was pushing the fucking boundaries, man.
Like you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Completely out of context.
Completely out of context again. People that watch the show know what the fuck I'm talking about. I mean, episode 1 kicks off. They're walking around a mall.
Yeah.
It is comedic fucking gold, man. Like, so fucking good. Like, yeah, it's a must watch. But it's season 5. People know. And the true number 1, again, I thought it came out end of the year 2022. Totally forgot. So
You can't steal it now.
I'm not. That's what I said. The true number 1's coming up. But
I thought he was going to do it.
I thought he was too.
No, I'm not going to steal your thunder.
All right, Ziggy, let's go ahead and get your list in here.
I'll move it along since we're getting long in the tooth here on this show. TV shows, I'm like Colonel. I don't get to see a lot of it, but I knowing we do this, I said, fuck, I got to get at least 3 down. And I go, you know what? There's 8 of these. I'm going to choke it down. I'm going to get into it. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I'm a fan of the original source material of this.
Okay, wait a minute. Are you going in reverse?
Oh, okay. Well, I can, because I was the top one is
okay.
How it's listed, because I did dots. I see that, but it's just like all the rest.
Well, you didn't look and click. I asked to everyone to verify.
Oh, well, yeah. It don't matter. I'm gonna say it. You can click it. So
okay.
Yeah. The Fall of the House of Usher.
Okay, this is number 3.
This is 3. All these are about the same for me. These are the 3 I watched, and I dug the shit out of all 3 of them, honestly.
Huh.
I didn't expect I was going to like this. I love Vincent Price, and he's in House of Usher, the old one. But I dug the way they combined so many things that don't really connect. You know what I mean? With how they did that? Amazing. And this is one of Crank's. He loves to gurgle the nuts of this guy, Flanagan.
Oh, dude, I already had his spit cup and towel ready for him.
Yeah. But in this case, I might give him a reach around on it because it was fucking pretty fantastic, dude. I mean, the characters, the cast. I think the casting agent is the true star of this because they fucking. I was like, how are they going to get this character right? And the people they put in there are just great. I loved it. I just recently got through it just a couple days ago, and but man, wow, it's fucking good. It's really good. It's coming from me, a guy that don't like this kind of cranky shit. It's crank as fuck, but you'll love it. Yeah, man.
Why do I feel like I'm being attacked in this episode, like badly?
The second one I have, I loved the first season. The second one came out, and I just thought they dropped the fucking ball on it. I was turned off. I begrudgingly went back for this one, and it's good again, man. Chucky. Yes, it's still good. It's they're still smart, man. They're still doing it right, and thank God Brad Dourif's still voicing this thing.
Yeah,
and there's some new surprises coming for the next season they just signed to do. There's no explanation needed. You know what it is. It's Chucky. It's that whole world. They've got characters from all the fucking movies popping in and out all the time. Go ahead and enjoy. If you like the Child's Play stuff, you'll love it. You'll love it.
I forgot that show even fucking came out this year.
Yeah.
Like a new season even came out.
only a few episodes though, because
Yeah.
I think they had to back it
Strike.
off for the strike.
Mhm.
They got back on and finished it up though. They did
Yeah.
it. And then this one, video game adaptations and stuff, and it's a blah blah blah. But I tuned in without ever playing this game and watched this series, The Last of Us. God damn it. I figured this is just going to be a Walking Dead ripoff. No, man. This thing has fucking heart. It has fucking a great fucking story. And it's just, well, it has the society trying to kill each other, of course, but god damn, man. Again, entertaining. And we have another season coming at us. I can't wait. This is good stuff. This is like when The Walking Dead first started. Those first couple of seasons. Great.
But better.
Way better. Way better.
Yeah, like again, this is when I thought it came out fucking last fucking November or something. I didn't think it made the list. So this is my true number one because the source material, I knew it wasn't going to be a Walking Dead ripoff. I can see why you were thinking that. Someone hadn't played the game.
Yeah.
But someone had played the game. I was super fucking excited for this, and they did it justice. It was so fucking good. Even though I still hear, the Mandalorian when he talks from time to time, but that's just my fault.
Well, I guess they took some liberties too, away from the video game storylines, but I guess they did it in a proper way and with the blessing of the game makers. So,
So
there you go.
Cool. Good list. Good
And
list.
Dr. Smiley said, sorry, good list.
Go ahead. What
You wanna
Dr.
highlight
Smiley?
Dr. Smiley's.
Yeah, I'm done.
This one? Nope, not that one. Does
That's
Twisted
another
Metal
one I
count?
wanted to see, man, but I refuse. I can't afford all these streaming services.
I didn't see it
watch
either.
Twisted Metal so bad.
That's post-apocalyptic, right?
I'd say it counts as horror.
Sure. I mean, if the name of the game is to kill anyone you come across and take their shit from them, then yeah.
Yeah, I know Samoa Joe plays Sweet Tooth.
Well, surprisingly, these two have stolen all the thunder out of my list for
Wow.
TV. So
That's unheard of, isn't it?
No,
that's unheard of.
Oh, I'm sure there's still some thunder for one series.
I told you I was giving you credit for one of your stupid kind of things, but I truly
fuck does that mean?
enjoyed
Right?
it. I'm saying I was wrong. I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Stupid kind of things.
Huh.
It's no Texas Chainsaw. All right, number 3 for me. Number 3 for me on TV shows, and I think we all kind of dropped the ball on TV this year a little bit.
Well,
So
who has time? We're never here anymore.
right, yeah, that's true. We're touring the country, baby. Huh. Number 3 for me. Yeah, definitely rebounded this season. What We Do in the Shadows, still probably the funniest damn thing on TV right now.
I'll wait until they're all available and I will buy them all. So I have physical media of those because my brother turned me on to that movie, but I've never gotten into the show. I've never had the time to just sit down and watch it.
Oh, you should, man.
Yeah,
I
You'll-
know. I died laughing.
Years.
Yeah.
You'll binge the fuck out of it, dude.
Just skip season 4, dude.
I mean, it's short.
It'll be part of the box set. It's all right.
It's short, so you
They're
can get
in their
through it.
last one now, so the master set will be coming.
No, next next summer it'll come out. So
I'll wait.
But yeah, number 3, What We Do in the Shadows. Number 2, I'm still having a blast with this show. And that's a shock because I only like maybe 2 of the movies, but Chucky is just, it's too fun. And of course, number 1, fucking thunder stealing prick.
Hold on. Here's your rag and spit cup.
Yeah, here you go.
Thanks.
Towel.
Best thing I saw all fucking year, dude. By far. Just this guy writes, creates, and then puts you in the middle of this story all the time. But The Fall of the House of Usher. Possibly, I may possibly like this more than A Haunting of Hill House. And
Oh God.
That's saying
stuff happens in this one, folks. And you know what I mean? It moves pretty at a good pace. It moves at a pretty good pace. It's nice. You care about what they're saying.
Stuff happened in this one.
I can't say anything because the only Flanagan Netflix show I watched was Midnight Mass, which is pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
there you go.
All right.
So
Midnight Mass is fun, but yeah, those are our list for TV. So there we go. Nice list. All right, conventions, and this one I expect we will have some.
I expect you two to have a lot to fucking say.
How many did you get to this year, Colonel? You made it to 3, didn't you?
3. Next year, probably be or this year, probably 4 from what I'm looking at on the schedule at the least.
This one's fucked up for me, man, because there were so many great moments in the convention tours this year, man. But I went, all right, let me hit the ones that hit me the strongest.
And
And
you
that's
started off, Ziggy.
Okay, that's what I came up with. So number 3.
What? How'd you say that 3 again?
I said, number 3.
That sounded like he was like, but then again, I was yawning while you said it. Sorry.
I heard something funky too, so it may have just been a glitch in the matrix.
Maybe I was in the fucking wind tunnel.
Dude, it was awesome. I'm just going to say
let's see. Trying to think if you were at. Okay, this is no. We returned to Monster Mania for number 3, Pennsylvania, and brought Curse Your Luck to the good folks of Pennsylvania, and had one of the greatest turnouts of gameplay we've ever had, which is in progress of being edited. I actually finished. I did a nice game show intro, and now I'm laying it out. So it's coming. You're going to be able to see this, and you won't believe what happens in this particular game.
We'll talk about the editing. We'll talk about the editing progress later.
Yes, that's fine. I mean,
we have a meeting after the show.
I got the whole thing on there. So. But yes, that's what that one gets the number 3 spot because it was that cool. Excuse
me. Go Stick. I had to steal your line.
Go
That's
Stick.
fine. You caught it. I didn't. I was kind of looking down for a second. I missed it. Thank you. Picking up.
Number 2. Such a unique convention. Only happens every 5 years. This year. It was Halloween 45. 45th anniversary, and we did the tour, the big bus tour, and just it was just such a different kind of convention, but very, very cool, very stressful trying to acquire all the collectible shit because there's no way to get it all without being a VIP. But I mean, what a great convention! They did a great job putting it on. Everybody showed up. John Carpenter surprised us with a panel that was appreciated. And just, it was just very, very cool. It was great to get out there and see that only every 5 years. So I can think at the 50, I probably want to go to that too. Cause maybe fucking JLC will finally show up to one of these things. She doesn't need to, but
not such a an Oscar, buddy.
And then the number 1 for me, and I was pretty solid on this even months ago when we were talking about this. It came up, and I'm sticking to it because this is right when things took a trend to the north for the Death Curse Society with this convention. And I'm so appreciative that they gave us so much responsibility there. And then we were allowed to do what we needed to do to entertain the masses. And we were just treated like fucking like keys of the city, man, in New Mexico for Morgan Crypt. and it was just a fucking blast, man. I loved our time there. I had such a good time, and we were just so appreciated and received there with everything. It was just fucking great. And this is the first time we did the game show on a stage. This is the first time, we got 2 great fucking Q&As where we moderated. And Crank, you killed it with Tony Todd. You killed it.
You did well with the
I know we did the Fright Night. We're just so good, and I can't wait to get back out there and do it again. And we're gonna just knock this motherfucker out of the park from here on out. But that was my favorite one for 2023 for sure. I mean, and that's going up against Whorehound, Texas Frightmares, Motor City Nightmares. All these are in there, man, and they all had moments that could have made this list. But
that's the thing. Yeah. That's the thing, though. They all have moments.
Yes.
Yeah. Meeting John Carpenter, definitely a highlight.
Wow.
Of my year, and we've seen him twice now, but that convention didn't make my list.
But it was even after the convention in Halloween in Pasadena, we were going to the Santa Monica Pier just to look at the ocean, and we were like, hey, he's all gives me the elbow because I was like plagued out by that point, and he's like, look, and it was Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and we were like, you turned right into there, got to see the One Dark Night locations, dude, and that's the apex jewel for me,
right?
So, I mean, it had to be at least one of them.
Sadly, my list is very
similar
to yours, except one minor switch. I'll say it. Number 3, the fact that there were so many filming locations within a fairly smaller area, really made an impact on me for Halloween 45. There were a couple of things that wasn't. I think the hotel is kept this maybe from the top 2 spots.
I didn't see that, didn't even factor in. I was just like, you know what? That was just resting stage.
I get it, but that hotel was not the sketchiest I've ever been in, but
it was affordable.
It was affordable for California. But number 3, Halloween 45, was a blast because of all the filming locations. And, we met some friends out there.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Shout out to Sean and Horrors Hollow's Ground.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Organizing that, because they laid the path out for it, you know what I mean? And got it together. So well done. Well done.
Number 2 for me, definitely Monster Manias. And like you said, probably the Oaks, slightly over Cherry Hill.
Cherry Hill's fun. It was.
But they're both right there, and they were both a blast. Maybe I would put Cherry Hill up there a little higher, because one thing I loved about Cherry Hill was the organizer, Dave. He had no idea who the hell we were, what we were gonna do. So he's literally sitting front fucking row while we're doing this. And the joy that I had looking over at him from time to time and just seeing him like rocking, laughing, and slapping his leg, and
oh, dude, not to mention he was throwing shit out.
Oh, he was
for the rest of them. It was
he had some good jabs for Jeff in particular.
Yeah, it was hysterical. And the Jeff moment. So that was fuck you, Jeff, by the way. Get fucked.
I love it when a heckler gets called up on stage to participate. Oh yeah. And then it went the way it went for him. That's karma.
That's karma, baby. But the Monster Manias have both been a blast so far. I can't wait to get back up there for another one. Hopefully we'll know some stuff soon. But clearly, number 1, and I know it's not on Colonel's list because he didn't get to go.
Yeah.
But Colonel, we already have so many friends in New Mexico at Morgan Crypt.
For you.
And
I know.
That's one of the things I loved. That's one of the things I love about going to the cons anyway. We get to see people we may only see once a year, twice a year, something like that. but I love these people, man. I love all these people that we met.
They're genuine.
They're sweet. They're the sweetest fucking people.
Well, I mean, people have fucked with us, in other places and stuff, and we're like, oh, we take, okay, you want a picture, and it's like,
Right.
There's going to be a dick in their hand, sticking in our ear hole or something for sure with this. I don't know what they got in mind, but it's not good. But we didn't get none of that in New Mexico, man. It was really cool.
Well, don't give them any ideas now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, now
Too
we're
late now.
Jesus, too
Dr.
late.
Smiley, forget I said that.
There's your that's crank as fuck shirt right now. Great. Thanks, man. Fuck you,
Yeah.
Ziggy.
Yep, Crank with a dick in his ear. That's Crank as fuck.
No, it's not.
The Crank with a dick in his ear, but it's a fucking cutout of Mike Flanagan's head with a speech bubble. That's Crank as fuck.
Okay. I was trying to be sincere for a minute. Fucking
Morgan
asshole.
Crip, the point is we fucking love you and we can't wait to see you this year.
Yep. And the fact that even when when I'm going out to Pasadena, I stop by there and there's 20 people, at a restaurant waiting to go to dinner. That was amazing,
jealous,
guys.
man. I was like, damn,
That
that
was
would have been a
amazing.
blast.
Yeah. Got my shower from Bill, which is always fun. It was just, they're a great group of people, and I can't wait to see them again. So I'll leave it at that for now, because I don't think I can talk too much more about it. But anyway,
Right.
Colonel.
You know how it is. Nothing's official till it's official.
Well, no, I mean, I'm getting misty over
Right.
here.
You're not even
Fuck him, he's
this little
balling.
bitch going to fucking shed
Fuck
tears.
off, Colonel.
Here you go.
Suck Mike's dick.
Here you go.
That's your job.
Dry his tears.
See, I could have been more of a smart ass. Like, oh, my name's Mike. Which one? Get to work.
Don't use your government name, bitch.
No, before I get with my list, I am going to say, from the outside looking in, I was getting kicked pretty hard in the balls by the time Morgan Crip came.
Yeah.
I was happy for you guys, but I was jealous too. As you guys know, we had a phone call. That was a rough time, man. This past year was not fucking great, especially that time. So I'm hoping I can make it this year. Sadly, that's why it's not on my list. God damn it. See, it still pisses me off. I couldn't go. Had all my ducks lined up, and like I said, just kept getting shots in the fucking dick for about a 2-3 month, well, like 6 month period, really. Yeah. So my list kind of sucks compared to these guys, but that's all right. Coming in at number 3, we have Horror Hound Cincinnati. 3 good things came out of this, really.
Yeah, what we get from there.
Dead fish handshakes. I'll be honest, this is probably like the least favorite con I've been to in a long fucking time. So we got dead fish handshakes. We had a conversation of like, what the fuck? While we're waiting for dinner Saturday night. I got a pretty good fucking concert at the after party Saturday night for me. That was the second highlight.
Listed.
Yeah, it took me back to my teen years. Came out of there sweaty as fuck, acting like I was young again.
Yeah, you did.
I
And
was even impressed with that. Those guys are entertainers, man. Not my thing, but yeah,
that's fine. And number 1, that fucking Alfredo, man. They just put that shit in a fucking big block of cheese, twirled around. Woo! That was that tells you anything about how the con went. That's my fucking highlight. Was eating that stuff at that Italian place.
That was my highlight of eating. It was Cincinnati this year.
Yeah.
But let's recap one more time. What were the things that we picked up at this convention?
Cold fish handshakes. Again,
Cold fish handshakes.
Yep.
Okay.
Cold fish, dead fish, whatever you want to say. Oh yeah.
The French.
No, that's partial what ruined my fucking second half of 2023. So we got those. Blatant disrespect.
Yeah.
And the other 2 were highlights. I had a good after party, and we did some good networking there. And
you got some pasta. I can't fault him. He's right.
He is right.
Right.
But yeah.
All right. So
Yes.
coming in at number 2.
God damn, do I even want to know? I mean,
What
what's
are you talking
going on
about?
with this next one?
I've only been to 3. We talked. There's nothing bad to say about. Well, there is some bad about for all these. Well, the first 2. So coming in at number 2, Motor City Nightmares.
Oh, what did we learn at this one, Colonel?
Not only is the internet terrible in Michigan, so is their fucking electrical grid.
Yeah.
That's fucking awful. It's nothing like showing up to your hotel. They don't have fucking power.
No
Didn't
power.
say anything, so you got to cancel that and haul ass around fucking Detroit.
They said nothing too. I got no
Yeah.
email.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
They're like,
Nothing.
yeah, I'm here to check in. They're like, I'm sorry, sir. We have.
Yeah. So luckily, Zag's brother, all credit in the world to him, worked his fucking magic on these people at another hotel. Off of,
The actual sound of him negotiating the room.
but he fucking did it. Like, it was fucking awesome watching this man fucking work Friday. Like, there's a lot to learn from him. Like, I wish I had that gift. Because I was trying to sweet talk the fucking front desk ladies into getting us a room. So we'll know in about an hour. Like, I drove up from Cincinnati. A guy coming with me drove up from Oklahoma and trying to talk him into giving us a room. Luckily, room was acquired. So yeah, the internet sucks. Electrical grid sucks. Fucking, they don't know how to drive. Just because they make the motherfuckers doesn't mean they know how to drive the motherfuckers.
Jesus Christ, that's true.
And I thought North Carolina drivers were bad.
I would say Texas is the worst I've seen.
I would have said that too until I went to Detroit.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I guess I'm used to it.
Must be.
But yeah, the 2 highlights for Motor City Nightmares again. Well, if there's 3, I finally got to meet Amy Steele in person.
Sweetie.
She's a sweetie. Got her, like I got her the Friday 13th Part 2 script signed. I took the damaged one because I'm fucking broke.
Yeah, but then we hooked it up, and it looks fucking immaculate.
It does. Zag did his tape job. He thought he was rolling a fucking joint. It looks that fucking good.
His is probably going to last longer than mine. It's because it's got the fucking spine protected.
So there's no breaking that fucking seam. It's perfect. So then, I know it's not a highlight for you guys, but I had a great time at BK's house, mainly for the food, and the poker game was fun for me because I don't play poker and I didn't really give a shit. So I had fun watching these guys kind of get pissed off. But the food was fucking excellent. Oh my god, that was so fucking good.
Saw his fucking cards and still lost. How does that happen 3 times in a row?
That's still the highlight is of the meal that I've had this year. BK is number 1.
Number 1?
Yeah. Probably that Maggiano's is number 2, and then that Cincinnati place number 3. And Maggiano's was good.
Maybe that's what we should add to the list next year. Top 5 meals.
Top 5 meals?
Yeah, that'll force me to try some other things. Sure.
Exactly. Pizza here, pizza here.
Pizza
Another.
It'll be top 5 pizza list for Ziggy.
Yeti or breakfast, Waffle House.
Did somebody
get if you put a fucking Waffle House in your goddamn top 5 out of a year,
you tell me that Texas Waffle House wasn't a fucking 4-star fucking meal though. It wasn't greasy. It was cooked perfectly. Those guys treated it like the real deal. Some of them other places, I'll give you that is that they're shitholes, but that one, I don't think they would allow it.
I'm just saying, if you put a fucking Waffle House in the top 5,
I'll put whatever I goddamn well please on my own list.
The only time I would ever put a Waffle House in our top 5 restaurant is when we saw the Waffle House incident in Cincinnati. That's literally the only way it's making a fucking list. If that shit don't happen, it's not on there.
Go ahead, Ziggy.
It's just one of those moments where it's just, is this really happening right now?
Well, like, we've only told the story like 500.
Yeah, I'm not telling it again.
Right.
But just the best part is when she, after raging, she walks to our table and she says, I am so sorry. Don't mean to disturb your meal or anything, but these motherfuckers are She snapped out again, dude, and it was just like, okay, there's no guns, so this is entertaining.
So,
is that 2023?
All right, so to finish up Motor City Nightmares, the other highlight was finally meeting Stacy and crew in person, going out to dinner with them, and hanging out with them Saturday night back at the hotel. It was nice to finally meet Stacy and like everybody, and finally they could finally put a face. Well, they could finally get to know me as a person, not just the character on the show.
No,
they found out I'm way more shy in real life than I am on here. So,
I think a lot of people figure that out.
Yeah, well, they will once they meet me.
We almost got to give an assist to some of the scumbags in the horror universe, or none of this would be happening.
It's true.
But,
so, yeah, well, again, I see it's 9:58. So we'll get to number one. Not to diminish it. We'll go to Monster Mania Cherry Hill. I can't say the other ones because obviously I didn't go. This is the one I was able to get to go to. Had a blast. These guys already talked about the things going on at the con, but what I appreciated the most was outside of the con. It was really nice going out with you guys and doing the sightseeing, Independence Hall, Liberty Bell, getting cheesesteak. That shit is usually the highlight of these cons for me anyway, not being the celebrities, not, this was my first time ever doing Curse Your Luck. At this point, it was our third time anyway, so it's not like we've done it a lot. Even though we had some hiccups, I think it worked out well, but
that was our second time, I think.
Yeah,
that was the second time, wasn't it? Yeah. So the second time, a lot of hiccups to start, but we came out, and no,
Jeff came on. As soon as Jeff got on stage, baby, it was on.
Colonel just looking at the computer and going, "I can't do this." I was like, "Get the fuck up!"
No, but it worked. You remember how I played it off? I had to grab the microphone. So I got fired, and I just went to the fucking stage. I played fucking Ed McMahon. I didn't fuck it up this time. Say Jim McMahon. I played Ed McMahon on the side, just telling my fucking jokes, asking trivia between games, giving out T-shirts. It clicked, and it worked fucking well.
He was fine.
Another one.
Yeah, he became
another one.
He was
like
DJ Khaled.
It worked, man. I'm telling you, like once we got it going, I really thought it worked well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out this year. But we'll see.
It was Morgan Crypt where I kept having to tell you guys like move when somebody was working on the computer. I should have done that to him at Cherry Hill. I think I was just like, get the fuck up.
Yeah, Morgan Crypt though, it was like FaZe was in the crow's nest, like at the top of the fucking arena.
Right.
Well, the shitty part.
Well, I mean, when we were setting up and everything. And
Like,
oh
god, dude,
this isn't working. I'm like, move.
Let me tell you. I mean, you want to talk about anxiety and almost vomiting several times as the clock's ticking down, and it's like, yep, well, it's showtime's in 4 hours. We don't have this shit working yet. It's like, then got down to the grindstone and got everything functioning, and it's been great every time.
I practiced running that board 100 fucking times in the hotel room. And it's like, here, watch on this little ass TV. I may have glasses, but I still have astigmatism. So I'm like,
right.
And I was like, I can't fucking do it.
Dude, it's been a blast this year though. So we're I can't wait to see where we go this year. But I know Atlanta, of course, but that's all that we are able to talk about so far.
Atlanta's is a done deal, and we're coming. And I'm bummed out though, because I just found out that the city of Midway, that contains the City of the Living Dead Cemetery, is going to be 4 hours away from where we're at.
What, north, south, east, west?
I don't know. So we may have to find, unless we have an extra day in there somewhere.
The City of the Living Dead stuff?
Yeah.
That seems like a longer trip than...
I'm not even willing to do 4 hours for that, dude. That's
what?
A lot. Yeah. 4 hours one way, Colonel.
If it's north, fuck, I'll hit that shit one.
I'm telling you.
Luke says Crank's photo of Mia Goth smiling is creeping me out. That's why it's there. I wanted to creep you out, Luke. Just for you. Right there.
Oh. Who drew that?
Get that off. The one guy that broke into the airfield with us.
Oh, right on.
I mean, that visited the airfield with us. Yeah.
I don't know what you mean broke in.
Break in? What are you talking about?
That fence was already broke when we got there. So was the window.
and the door lock.
And the door. I don't know anything.
I don't know what happened.
We just walked in.
Everybody just walked in. Yeah, there you go, Bill. I got you covered. Morgan Crypt. That was our top one.
Fucking A.
It would have been my number one, I'm sure.
I think it would have weird because
I know. I don't necessarily. I think. I know it would have been my number one.
The way we rolled around that thing.
Shit.
It was so fun.
It's all fun, Bill.
10 for your list.
Yeah, it was just that good, man.
That sounds.
I can't be any more sincere. You know, Amy was there, and like I said, they weren't the busiest on that one night, the first night. So we pretty much spent an hour over there just bullshitting, and that's when you showed off your painting to her and freaked her out, and it was just cool. The whole damn time was cool.
Yeah.
Even the 115-degree 3:00 in the mornings were all right.
Dr. Smiley says, I still owe you an exam, Colonel.
Nope. I'm not at the age where these guys are where it has to happen. I'm getting closer.
At least
But
now
no,
we have
I'm
a
not there
plot.
yet.
We have a plot for the sequel. He's got to get Colonel his exam.
Be more like a episode of Hostel, though.
He's gonna wake up with a sock in his mouth.
What's going on?
Flips him over.
Paula says, Colonel, can't wait to meet you.
I can't wait to meet you guys either. Like I said, I'm hoping to make it this year. I really am. It's still so bummed out, man. Like I said, just missing that and everything else that was going on. It just sucked.
Dr. Smiley says he has new ideas for annual exam.
Oh, Jesus.
So
if Colonel can't go, it's not his fault. But
the French.
Yeah. Love
that
you, man. There's been a few of you that have said this. Paula, Grizzly, blah blah blah. Love you guys too. You guys
Don't let him fool you guys. He steals candy from orphans. Like he's not that great of a guy.
Really?
Who?
You.
Fuck you. What the fuck? What did I do to you, Colonel?
You showed up. I'm sorry.
Luke says, since the Minnesota Crypticon guy is kind of a dick, maybe I'll make a trip to the nearest convention you guys do this year. That'd be great, man. We'd love to see you.
The Minnesota Crypticon guy. I know who he means.
You mean Chaz? How many Z's are in that name? He's all right. He's not a dick.
He's just overprotective of what he has. You know, he doesn't recognize when someone's trying to help. He can't decipher between help and someone trying to steal, apparently.
Paula says happy New Year's from the Creepy Twins.
Happy New Year, Creepy Twins.
Luke, the closest we might be up there is maybe Chicago. So
that's in
June,
March.
Nothing confirmed yet, but just you know, thinking
we may
about
be
it.
there anyway, even if we're not booked. Who knows?
Right. There we go. My first time going to Nashville, me and the wife witnessed the dumbest fight in the restaurant ever. Of course, at a Waffle House.
And
honestly,
in the South.
It was so fantastic when it was happening. I was like, I'm not going to take my camera out, but I really wanted to. But it was just like, this is, you've seen this on video on the reels. Everybody has every day. You've seen this, what we're watching right now.
It wasn't as cool as that chick that caught the fucking chair, though.
No.
That was bad. Like, that's the top Waffle House fight I think I'll ever see.
She got the sandwiches thrown at her. That was the only thing that, you know, they relatively calmed down. She kept bitching the whole time, but she never, you know, no one went across the counter or anything like that.
No, but she tossed that damn food straight across the counter, bagged up.
She was in the middle of taking my order and shit, and all of a sudden she went, "I need 2 Slim Jims in right now," and like, I was like, I didn't order a Slim Jim, and then she comes pulling up, and it was on.
Holy shit! Is that
Who is that?
Oh,
Canadian Dave?
Oh,
Hey.
Canada.
Don't sing.
oh.
Canada.
The Colonel,
Oh,
ladies
God.
and
Dave,
gentlemen.
welcome back,
Colonel.
man. Good to see you again. Christopher, Jesus Christ. Christopher says, I forgot how hot it was that weekend. It was especially warm. But I tell you what, going through Phoenix on the way to Pasadena in September was even worse because leaving New Mexico was a nice, cool evening and cool morning, you know, but that temperature went up 40 something degrees over 6 hours in the car. It was ridiculous. All right. I think we're getting down here to the bottom of the list.
We're gonna hopefully see a bunch of different places this year we've never seen before too. So who the fuck knows next year, right?
Right. We did get kind of a random question here, maybe to wrap it up. Kevin Dustin on YouTube wants to know what did you guys think of the It's Me Billy Chapter 2 teaser trailer? I'm pumped. I'm psyched for it.
I'm
It looked
excited.
great.
Were
the replacement actress
yeah,
for Jess Bradford looks perfect.
fucking doppelganger, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary how similar they look.
The eyes are dead on, man. So, but yeah, I'm stoked too. I mean, we love the first chapter. Huge fan of the original Black Christmas myself, anyway. So when this dude comes along to do this, I think they knocked it out of the park. I cannot wait to see how they conclude it.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah, can't wait for whatever other trailers I've got because I know they're not gonna screw it up by showing off too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, too smart.
They'll keep their trailers void of spoilers more than likely. So, all right, gang. I think we got to wrap this up. So,
Overtime. So you're getting already in the bonus. We're in the union hours now, right?
That's right.
Overtime.
Don't even think about that. But yeah, gang, thanks for tuning in. That's our best picks for 2023. It's been a hell of a year. I'm kind of sad that it's over. You know what? But here's the weirdest thing. And I think I've talked to you guys about this during the break. I figured this out. Morgan Crypt was in July.
Yeah.
It's been a hell of a last like 6 months.
Yeah.
And I thought it feels like longer, you know, in a good way, but it's just bizarre.
Literally,
It's fucking crazy, man. Like
5 fucking months.
Let's get back to our conversation we had in March while waiting for our food to now. It's fucking mind blowing. It's fucking insane, dude. If you really think about it.
Because that's when we started kind of putting together the live show idea, wasn't it?
Well, but we also had a discussion about how that weekend went with certain events, and we're all just kind of like, why the fuck is this happening? Like, why? We couldn't figure it out.
Right.
Shit,
it's a table we just probably will never get to see that, and that's
time to move on. We realized it was time to take our time elsewhere.
Our place was definitely revealed where we stood in that environment. So I was like, at that minute when that sentence was said, that was my mindset, was next.
Yep. Fair enough.
Not to say I will always go there, and it's where our humble beginnings started. And I'll always be available if they ever want us to work there. Sure, no problem. I would always be open. Sure, money talks. No hard feelings, guys.
Right. We didn't even talk about the.
I got a wet fish handshake for you to seal the deal.
The news from bloody.
We can say it, I guess, real, just quickly. It's
Yeah.
just the fact that I love that some people popped in on our behalf, and if you're watching, it's appreciated.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, bloody
Yep, you just went in the tunnel, bro.
Yeah, and now you're out.
Oh, am I
Oh,
out?
you're back. You're
There
back.
you go. You're back. You're back.
Yeah.
You're
Bloody
right.
Disgusting announced last week that they are going to be filming and releasing a game show, a horror trivia game show.
The world's
The
first.
world's the first.
The first ever.
First.
The first ever.
First ever.
And beside Colonel and I both got in there almost immediately, and we're just like, excuse us. Excuse the fuck out of us. But somebody else got in there too. I can't remember who it was.
It's my buddy Ryan.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, appreciate those of you that did jump in and were just like, think you might want to get your facts straight before making such a bold statement.
Fair's fair, I mean,
But,
do a little research.
Well, and like we've been saying forever, we knew it was coming eventually.
We knew it was coming. But it really, like I said, it got me on. That file is an open file now in my Filmora, So it's in progress. Like it's on the fast track now, as a matter of fact.
Good, because it's been sitting idle for a
motherfucker,
while.
it ain't like I ain't been not doing other things, okay?
Idle. Damn it. Anyway.
Your job doesn't cross like mine does.
No. All right. Let's wrap this up. Guys, thanks for watching. Also, thanks to our members and our final girls and guys, Chris, Lorena, and Tyrone, our Crazy Ralphs, Rick and Raymond, our camp counselors, 42nd Street, Pete, Corey, Luke, Michigan Dave, S. Michael, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Patricia, and JJ. If you want to know how to become a member, check out our website. Go to the Join tab and see some of the things there. There are going to be some changes. I guess we could say this. There are going to be some changes in the near future. A whole new shiny website is in the works and hopefully be released this month.
We're going to be looking for a new producer.
What?
That'll be up there too. You can see the details for that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Don't listen to Zigzag. Speaking of producer, let's bring our associate producer Faze in for the wrap up.
I'm not going anywhere, motherfucker. What you talking about?
He's been here from the beginning. We can't get rid of him.
Unless you talk about a second producer, then.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Yeah.
In
I
some
think
ways.
we'll be required, possibly by the end of this
someday.
year.
Yeah.
And then you'll be executive producer at that point. Right?
I don't know. We'll figure it out when it comes.
Well, executive producer, is he paying the fucking? Oh.
Technically, I think he's the chief executive. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that technical shit.
Yeah.
What now?
I don't know.
What?
Huh?
I say pretty much our fake business titles. They're not fake, but they're fake.
Right.
Well, they're not fake. But yeah, I mean, you don't. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think. All right. Jeez. What was your favorite film from 2023 phase?
Kind of mentioned it in the comments, but fucking out of the main horror, I'd say Demeter, but I also mentioned that Metalocalypse film, which I mean, that I gotta say that made it up there to my favorites, like up there with like Alien, fucking The Thing, Kill Bill, like my top. Like I really fucking like that movie.
Fair enough.
There's an endorsement, folks.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Well, next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Right back to the movie reviews.
Yep. You gonna be able to go see Night Swim before next Monday phase? All right. We will be. That's the thing. We will be reviewing Night Swim. Comes out this Friday, and Colonel is already excited.
Thrilled.
I don't know what to think about this fucking plot. I haven't read the official synopsis on it or anything yet, but it just
Just see who it's fucking made by. We've seen this film 1,000 fucking times, dude.
what are we doing, man?
Starting off the year strong.
Except for this one takes place in a fucking swimming pool instead of a house.
Swimming pool,
So you can't-
haunted
so you
swimming
can't-
pool.
So you can't burn down the pool.
That's right.
That's
You-
already. It's another.
You can boil it.
It doesn't help.
Boil that bitch, throw in a shit ton of spaghetti, have a good old time. Some 3 ways, be fucking amazing.
There's our buddies from Cocktail Flicks.
What's up?
They
What's
say
up?
Godzilla -1 is probably their
God.
favorite of the year.
You know,
Top pick. That's a good one.
I can't argue. I definitely had it. We had it. 2 of us had it on the list.
Eric. It's when you kick the poor guy right at the inhale before his response. That's the sweet spot. We're getting better on the timing, folks. Look, what can I tell you? But yeah, next week we've got a review of Night Swim, which I don't know what to think about it either. We'll see.
Blumhouse, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey, got to start somewhere. It's the first big release of the year.
Fucking Blumhouse, man.
Because they're always the first one to drop one.
No, they got a monopoly on fucking horror release dates in January. I don't know what it is.
Last year, I was
They got Megan 2.0 next January already.
pleasantly surprised with Megan 1.0. So when that was the first movie of the year.
Yep, that's what I was saying there. There's Aaron from Android Vision. He says worst movie of 23, Exorcist. Man, I agree.
Well, I don't think it was the worst one I saw, but it was pretty fucking close.
No,
Yeah, Viking Wolf was pretty fucking awful, man.
We'll see. And James says Blumhouse is hit or miss for me. I get it. Same. That's why we did a best and worst of them 2 weeks ago.
I still can't believe we gave them fuckers 15 movies.
Uh,
The viewership on that one was hit or miss too, because
We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Honestly, I hope you guys will have a wonderful 2024. We can't wait to spend it with you, either Mondays like we do here, or if you get to a convention where we're going to be at, and we can hang out there as well. It's
As
gonna be a
always,
blast.
we've got more shit to announce that we can't even talk about.
always.
But
Every week.
that vet is fucking fuller than usual.
The thing I'm going to let out of the bag though is we're going to create avatars of ourselves.
Like Kiss.
Like 40 years from now, they will be doing a live stream.
Yeah.
They released some avatars. That shit was PS3 graphics. I'm like, fucking for real? It looks like shit.
Anyway, we love y'all. We will catch you next week, and have a great night. Colonel?
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for joining. Real quick before we do sign off, I want to say Luke and Canada Dave, thank you for joining us, guys. It's nice to have you back.
Yeah.
I miss you guys. I miss everybody who watches when you don't tune in. Yes, we pay attention. If you're a regular and you don't show up, we're like, I hope they're okay. And we usually reach out and find out if you are. But that being said, you guys have to start coming back every week now. Don't be getting sick. Make sure you're washing those dicks. And ladies, don't smell like a Scuba Steve. Use Summer's Eve. But when they make a Summer's Eve for a fucking asshole, I'll be like, hey, fellas, don't smell like shit. Wash your shit. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I'll change it up one day.
Wash that shit pit.
That's right.
Don't stand there and quake. Here's a wet fish handshake.
Pooping on Main Street.
On Main Street.
I'll say too, man. Appreciate every single one of you for hanging out with us every single week, and you're going to get an opportunity to see us in the flesh and come to one of these famous dinners, have one of these crazy drinks, smoke down with the Zagster. Whatever we're going to do, man, we're coming at you in 2024 bigger than ever, and I can't fucking wait. And we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night. See you in a week.
That's right.
Woo!